7 times cheaper than Chrome, 80% slower than Chrome. Same browser. Cloudflare published both numbers in the same table about the same product. It's called Kitesurf, and Cloudflare shipped it on August 6. For 2 years, every company building browsers for AI agents raced to be more like Chrome, full rendering, full JavaScript, pixel-perfect pages. Cloudflare picked a different fight. They rebuilt the browser from zero in Rust and WebAssembly, running inside their own Workers platform instead of a container. And they admitted, in public, that it loses a straight speed test. Start with CPU. To take one screenshot, Chromium burns 1,173 milliseconds of CPU time. Kitesurf does it in 380. That's 3.1 times less CPU for the exact same screenshot. Pull the text out of the page instead, and the gap gets wider. 877 milliseconds of CPU for Chromium, 229 for Kitesurf, nearly 4 times less. That single number is why an agent that reads 1,000 pages a day costs a fraction as much to run. Now memory, the number that caps how many agents you can run at once on the same machine. A Chromium session holds onto 271 megabytes to grab a screenshot and 274 to extract HTML. Kitesurf uses 58 and 39. That's 4.7 times less memory on one task and 7 times less on the other. Here's the part most companies would have buried in a footnote. Measure wall clock time instead of CPU, and the result flips. Chromium finishes that screenshot in 637 milliseconds. Kitesurf takes 1,148. On HTML extraction, Chromium, 472 milliseconds. Kitesurf, 820. Kitesurf is between 70 and 80% slower at the one job a browser has, loading a page and giving you the result. Cloudflare's own engineers wrote the explanation into the post. Quote, Chromium wins the stopwatch because a JIT that has already seen this page always beats a cold software renderer by about 1.7x. But Kitesurf wins on memory and CPU, the things that actually drive your bill, by 3 to 7 times. End quote. That is a company telling you, on the record, which race they chose to lose. Do the arithmetic Cloudflare didn't spell out. If memory is what limits how many browser sessions fit on one machine, the same footprint that holds one Chromium session can hold somewhere between 5 and 7 Kitesurf sessions. Back of envelope, straight from their own memory numbers. You're not trading speed for savings one for one. You're trading a small amount of per request latency for several times the concurrent capacity. Is a browser this new even real? Kitesurf currently passes over 215,000 web platform tests. The same conformance suite real browsers are graded on, and Cloudflare says it's adding hundreds more every week. It's built to render CSS, DOM, SVG, and XHR correctly first, because that's what agents touch. Video playback and WebGL, the stuff agents don't need, still aren't supported. This matters past one company's product launch. For 20 years, browser benchmarks meant one thing. How fast does a single page load for a single human? Kitesurf is the clearest evidence yet that agent infrastructure is being graded on a completely different axis. Not latency. Density, not how fast one request finishes, but how many thousand requests you can run at once before the bill breaks you. An agent that runs continuously doesn't experience one slow page load as pain. It experiences one bloated session repeated 10,000 times as a bankruptcy. The browser wars of the 2000s were fought over milliseconds in front of a person watching a spinner. Cloudflare showed the first honest scoreboard for the browser wars of 2026, and it's not measured in milliseconds at all. It's measured in how many machines can run at once before someone notices the invoice. Chrome won that old fight decisively. Nobody shipped the browser that wins the new one yet. Cloudflare admitted, with a straight face and a published table, that they built the second-place browser on purpose.